am proud of my country's heritage. We're living on freedom soil. Brave men have gone before me here, unafraid to pray and toil.
So we're talking about rule of law, and we saw that it wasn't something that's in our government, and it can be used wrongly. And in the world, it's a big help because laws, judges or kings with laws are better than without them. And with juries, it's better yet. In our government, the government of the United States of America, all legislative power is vested in the Congress, which consists of the Senate and the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives are elected, supposed to represent the people, and at the time of the ratification, the Senate was to represent the states. Now, the Senate is elected by the people, but it's the people of the states, and they should still represent, to a degree, the states from which they're elected. That being said, those two groups have all legislative power. And legislative means the ability to make laws, change laws, repeal laws. The only ones who can make laws, change laws, and repeal laws are our Congress. Because if it just said the Congress had vested to them the legislative power, in English that would mean all. But when you add that word all legislative power is vested in the Congress, then you understand that no, absolutely, there is no one else. Now, the president actually doesn't have a veto. We call it that. But the president may return a bill that's been passed by the Congress, okay, and he can say, I have objections to this. The Congress can override that. They can override a president sending back a bill, okay, with objections and make it a law. And once they've made it a law, then the only way we get rid of that is the people can go to their congressmen, their elected representatives, and have them repeal that. Okay. The judges, the Supreme Court and the other judges under the Supreme Court have a job of judging the acts of men according to the law. Certain cases, which are listed in the Constitution, are under their jurisdiction and have appeal for. In those cases, they may judge the acts of men according to the law. It is not the Supreme Court's job to say what is and what should not be a law or what should be enforced, because they're appointed, one, and number two, they don't take the same oath as the Congress and the president, which is to defend the Constitution. They take a different oath about keeping the law. So they really can't or should not have that position. At the time that we ratified our Constitution, we thought about having a committee that would work with the Congress to say, well, this is or this is not constitutional. And there is a group that actually does that, who sends reports to the Congress pointing out constitutionality. So rule of law is just a phrase that really represents the concept that people are better off if they have a king, okay, or a judge that's ruling them, to use the laws rather than just have them judge arbitrarily, okay? And we know that judges and kings are better off with laws, and they're also better off with juries, that help them keep in line. Our government is declared and restricted. Our federal government is declared and restricted. The states have certain powers, which are given them, vested in the states by the people. The counties, if you have them, and they all have counties, have certain powers vested by the people. Local government has powers that are vested by the people. It's the people who have the rule. And if they're doing their job, they realize that God is the one that's given them the power. We'll talk a little bit more about this. Hopefully this is helping.
Yes, our God still bears his mighty arm. When men to